There's just one more hurdle until the grand final. Sydney University have displayed their usual supremacy in the second half of the season, with their rep players returning to the side. Manly kept their season alive, surviving a spirited first half effort by Norths, and have already beaten Uni this year. It's Sydney University and Manly in the second preliminary final of the Shute Shield. Hello and welcome back to TG Milner Field. I'm Louise Ransom in for Stephanie Brandt, and it's great to have you with us again. Well, it's the champions from the past 6 years who haven't lost since round 13, up against a side they beat just 3 weeks ago. University had the luxury of the week off during the elimination semis, while Manly had a slow start against Norths at Coogee Oval. And now it's crunch time for these two sides. Well, yesterday it was Eastwood and Randwick preparing for their preliminary final. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that match.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Heavily stacked left, Eastwood. So they shuffle right, of course. White, there's a gap for him, and White is through. Welcome back. Whoa, wait a minute. Brown has been smashed right in front of the line by Mitch Lees.
And they've scored.
All right, White.
Stop two. Good now.
Kick to open spaces, and they've got it again. Watch out. Turner. Fitzpatrick.
Dropped that.
McCaffrey. Valentine drifting just about offside. McCaffrey will just, not quite, but there's one for White.
Good play advantage.
Valentine got numbers. Brown is there. Did he get it down? No,
Just want to check that ground in first.
No, I can get a hand in there. No, that's no try. That's a clever play by all.
Easy.
Yeah, George.
Players knocked the ball on as
We'll go back over here for the penalty. No advantage.
Rolling more. Whoa!
It's come out a little quicker than they expected. Brown. Joseph. It opens up for Tom Joseph, and he's there this time. White holds on to it and darts back towards the line. White for the corner. Oh, he's too good. Wow. Mitch Lees got it off to Perrott, got it off to White. White wants another try, but he gives it up. Oh, there's nobody out there. They quickly get themselves set. Joining in the line is Batcher. Oh, they shouldn't have skipped him, but Grant might get there. Yes, he does.
I think the Tongans could have done with Siani. The World Cup.
And Pierre Holler.
Yeah.
Oh, Bennett is away. Got Fitzpatrick on his inside. He won't drop this one, surely.
Oh!
Bit of relief from the heat as the sun disappears for the moment. Watch out. Turner. Lockie Turner. Under the posts. Who wants to take this kick?
Oh, they're running from everywhere.
Bennett stands up Alan Gar, who releases John Grant. Grant away. John Grant. He's got support. Lees to Grant. Grant for the corner. Yes, and around he comes. Dear, oh dear. Over 40 in 40 minutes. White got rid of it. McCaffrey gets rid of a couple. McCaffrey, he'll get there. Defence too soft.
Holler's got that.
Now, Brown has Moen. Ford's out here unmarked, and Ethan Ford is around to score another for Randwick. Just their second. Oh, McFarlane's had a little bit of a look. Stannard puts it on the toe. Lockie Turner's chasing this through the opposition. Turner! That's what pace can do. Maka. Oh, thought about the pass.
He's gone.
He's gone again. One simple drop ball, and Eastwood are in a mood to punish Turner. As it goes wide towards Wright, who's away. Tim Wright. Support's there from Foley, but he's given it straight to Hugh Perrott. Not a lot in front of him.
He can go. He can go.
Hugh Perrott. Grant's looming up on his inside. Hello. John Grant's away. And Grant will help himself to a hat-trick. Quick line-out taken. Riley. There's nobody there. Oh, that's the benefit of a quick line-out against a tiring defence and a beaten side. Hat-tricks then for Nick White, Lockie Turner and John Grant. Backed up by Fitzpatrick, McCaffrey, Bennett and Riley. Batcher and Holler sharing the kicking. Pierre Holler left a few points out there for Randwick. Tries to Joseph and Ford, but they were well beaten, 77-15.
Well, in today's match, Sydney Uni are warm favourites, and Steve, they should be up for this clash after the week off.
Well, Sydney University won their last 9 home and away games leading into the playoffs. It's the kind of momentum that makes you want to keep playing. But they've had a week off, Brett. Manly might be hoping that could stall their momentum. Any chance of that?
Oh, they'll be searching for anything. I think Randwick probably were hoping East would be put off by a week off, but it freshened them up. They came out full of running. Uni will be a little bit the same. Get rid of a few niggly injuries. This is a common, comfortable time of year for them. They've been here many times. They'll be hard to beat today. But Manly, I give them a good shot.
University, let's have a look at their lineup. Strong everywhere. They're pleased to bring the same team to this game as they did to their last.
Which is a bonus for Uni. They've used a heap of players this year. Terrific forward pack. Mum and Dennis in the second row. Back row outstanding. Phil Waugh, of course, fresh on the bench. Their centres have been terrific too. Young Kingston at outside centre is a real star of the future. Daniel Halangahu directing the ship. Good side.
Australian 7 skipper Bernard Foley has been in super form for the students who've had that week off, of course.
Yeah, I think it's been very beneficial. We've had a couple of guys back, so it's been good to go through plays and get the combinations right. So hopefully with a bit more run in the legs, we can come home today.
And the conditions will play a big part in the match?
Yeah, definitely. It's a hot day, windy, and the track looks very fast, so it should be a good game of rugby.
I think Manly and Tim Lane will believe they've got the boys up front to match it with Uni.
I think so. They're a huge forward pack, and they'll need to match it with them or they can't win the game. It's that simple. Very good back row. Young, Katoni Ali and Hooper. It'll be a great scrap at breakdown. Tight five is good. Excellent second rowers, Caden Neville and Ed Gower. Willie Rippier has been a good addition in the fly half jersey. Smith at 13. They are a good side. They'll need to be at their best though, otherwise Uni will overcome them in the last 10.
Well, there's no doubt the Marlins have the personnel to upset Uni today if they put it all together.
Yeah, I think what we've been doing in the past has been working well for us. I think we've changed a little bit this week, just trying to nullify some of their key players and everything like that, but hopefully that comes out well and we stick to what we've been doing as well and should be good.
Is this also a matter of defence or is it defence and attack?
I think it's a matter of both. Obviously we've got to defend up front and also attack up front to get our go forward for our backs out wide, but I think it's both and we've got to be on key for both of them.
So one of these teams is heading to the grand final next week and the neutrals are probably leaning the way of University. Let's see if John Morrison sees it that way. He's with Lou.
Thanks, Steve. Well, John, it's a tough ask for Manly to go up against the students. They'll have to start better than they did against Norths last week.
Well, they will, but both of these teams go into this match with good form. Manly have won 10 of their last 12 games, University 11, and there's not much difference between these two sides defensively either. They're very closely matched in that area, and as we know, it's defence in these matches that win matches.
And the conditions today, it's quite hot, it's windy. What part will that play?
Well, it will play a role, big on the kicking because the wind is going to carry that ball several times. It's how they counter-attack, how they use the wind. 2 critical points today.
And the students, they look good on paper. Are you brave enough to tip against them?
I don't think I am that brave. I think we're going to end up seeing teams who finished first and second on the table playing in the grand final. So, yes, I will tip University today.
Well, good luck to both teams, and now we'll head back up to Steve and Brett.
So it's second against third, Sydney Uni and Manly playing for the remaining berth in next week's grand final. Both teams know this ground well, even if it's not theirs. It's hard and fast. And the Marlins coming to this one as underdogs. They're probably happy with that though, Brett.
I'm sure they are. Look, they'll need to play aggressively today. Tim Lane will know that. The coach, they've got plenty of ability. They've been one of the dominant teams for a number of years now. Manly, big day for them. Well,
we've been tracking this sort of inexorable progress of Sydney Uni towards another grand final for a couple of months now. It'd be a major surprise if they didn't get there.
It was around 13 loss to Eastwood was the last time they lost. They've been unbeaten since then. They'll be hard to beat today. It's their time of year, isn't it? 6 straight premierships.
Haven't had a lot of luck in the lower grades. We'll take you through that though, and Manly might be hoping that's an omen. They'll take anything they can get, and Ed Gower, he'll take them on. What a champion 80-minute bloke he is.
Every minute of every game in 2011. That is an achievement and a half for a big second rower. He's a tough boy.
Absolutely. So Hartman and Smith in the centres. I reckon they're two who are really going to have to fire up today against Kingston and Carter. But the back row clash is going to be fantastic as well.
Back row I'm looking forward to. Metasella last week set up a beautiful try for Hegarty. They could have done with Robbie Coleman in the centres, add a little bit of spark, but look, he's not there, and that's okay. BJ Hartman's played a number of positions this year for Manly. They're up to it, but they're going to have to be good, error-free.
So Tim Davidson, assuming his usual position.
He looks serious.
Yes,
Mr. Davidson.
Down to business. And brimming with Super 15 and even Wallaby talent. And Sam Talakai, number 1, loose head. He's 19 years old in the front row, but he's a prodigious talent too out of Waverley College. So they've got great talent everywhere. They've got experience like Dean Mumm on screen there. You know, it feels inevitable, but Manly will have something to say about it. You can bet that. So, kicking game today in the breeze. Alan Gahu's got that experience that could be crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a key man. He's a quality player. He has been, but I think he's getting better. His centres are good. Michael Hodge has been outstanding this year. He's held his spot in this team all year. Nathan Trist has been around a long, long time. Foley's in great form. Good tight 5, good back row. Lots of leaders in the team, and they've been here before.
Good luck also to our officials today, and Ian Smith is in charge of this second preliminary final. TMO is Nathan Pearce, who reffed yesterday, and on the sidelines for Stu Dickinson and Angus Gardner.
Still got a bit of a delay happening.
They're making friends again. Stu and George, I reckon.
They're good buddies, aren't they? I think they're catching up during the week.
They've got to be looking at the same clock. That's what we're all about.
Thank you.
We're good to go.
Here we go.
Does it go the 10? Just. It does, and it's a loose one. And a little knock on there from Manly, I would have thought, from Hartman. And BJ just couldn't quite get 2 hands on it.
Excellent kickoff. Perfect start, and to be honest, Manly should have snaffled possession and really got University on the back foot from the go.
Keep it close.
Interesting day in lower grades. Amazing finish to 4th grade. Uni had a conversion attempt adjacent to the posts to draw the game. It was charged down, and higher placed on the table would have taken them through after extra time. So an amazing game. He's very, very good in 3rd grade. Randwick a little bit undermanned through injury. And Southern Districts, they were superb. Shot out to a 20-0 lead early, were overhauled, scored late to put it out beyond doubt. A good win for Souths.
Clinching try was a sparkling one too, so well done those teams.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Hope we see less resets today than we did in the Ireland-Australia match last night. We probably shouldn't talk about that too much. What about these boots of Tommy Carter? You can't miss them. He could light up the ground with those. As
4, take a step.
University looked to get it out of their own half. And Jeremy Tilse takes a couple of metres. Dave Dennis, a couple more.
Tackle made.
And Alan Gahu.
Out on the full.
Well, there is a mistake that you can understand today. It's a really strong breeze across the ground. Sort of northwester.
Captain.
How do we describe it? It's coming pretty much from the northwest, I think.
No, it's a southeaster, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I say.
It's heading to the northwest.
It sounds like coming from the right.
It's right behind Sydney Uni. Does that help you?
Not much.
Going to their left corner, attacking corner.
Oh, I was looking at it in the mirror. That was it. Cotty.
Big drops of wind, Steve.
Hegarty. Cotty. Rippier back on the inside and not quite through. Nobody there, but Rippier can change the point of attack here. Hooper. He's well wrapped up by McCutcheon. Hegarty. Try scorer last week against Randwick. That's been stolen.
And I thought he had every right to steal it. Tough call.
Hey.
Against Pat McCutcheon.
Penalties given. We're fine. Number 7 must release and then go back.
There he is.
Thank you.
He must release, is that right? He must.
Yeah, he hasn't released the player.
Okay.
and just take another step.
And he never went to ground, so he wasn't the tackler. Is that right?
Got 'em
Technical.
both. John Jenkins, in fact, yeah. But Chris Cotter giving him a little bit of a warm-up. Well, it's a positive start by Manly, though, isn't it? They've been very strong on their attack. They're looking for the holes, not going too wide too early. There's only about 2 off the ruck and hitting it through and looking for the holes in Uni's defence.
Taking space.
Willie Rippier and Tom Carter have been shopping in the same store. Bright yellow boots. I don't think they shop for them, do they?
You reckon they're buying their boots?
not with Super 15 players, which they both are. Sydney Uni had 4 Super 15 players in their second grade today.
And were beaten.
Whoops. Yeah, that's the strength of the wind there.
Where's it coming
22.
from?
Just gusting. Well, it is actually favouring, but it blew right across the field there. That is tough.
Yeah, it is a tough day. Line-out throwers particularly are in for a tough one.
All right, start
I
behind.
reckon it's swirling it. And for about a second today, it's going to come from where I said, wherever that was.
All corners of the earth, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Alan Gahu dribbles this one towards the touch line, doesn't quite get there. There's Woodhouse. Gets away from one, and he's just inside the Uni half. So 4.5 gone. This time yesterday, we already had 2 tries from Eastwood. Seymour. Now Rippier. And there's some space to kick to there. Foley. Doesn't gain a lot.
That was good play there by Manly. They sent it wide. Gower was actually in the way. Sent it wide, which means the winger from the far side for Uni had to come up, and then they just, Manly were just able to pop it into that attacking corner. Clever play.
Manly taking their time coming up to the line out is what I meant to say, as Cutchin just crashed through. Alan Gahu stops, props, puts it on that breeze. And scooting across towards this touchline. It's not a massive ground gain in terms of up the park. Plenty across.
That's where the wind is heading. Exactly where that kick was directed. Downwind. You'll see a lot of that down here today. Uni need to be a little careful. Kicking into the left-hand corner. You'll be able to kick it dead from about 80 metres today, I reckon.
Sensible throw to number 2.
It was number 8, Sailor. Took it well.
You're in front, one.
And an obstruction.
You're in front.
Accidental little offside there.
There we go, boys.
As long as they're consistent. Look like every other
All right.
line
Just
out
need bind.
forming maul.
Number 1, need a bind. And you're going
This will
long on
be
the body.
interesting.
Marks
Scrum
here.
time.
Gold scrum.
Points difference for these two teams across the season. Uni plus 454, Manly plus 236. Randwick in the last 10 rounds just racking up the points.
Pause. Engage.
They've used over 60 players in first grade this season.
This side's gone to ground.
And around 20 19-year-olds.
And binds. Earlier bind.
So
Did you say 60?
60 players plus.
Goodness, what would Eastwood have done? I would have imagined they'd 25.
Oh, no, more than, no, a lot more than that.
A lot more?
Earlier in the year, yeah, a lot of guys got, well, it depends if you count a lower grade getting 5 minutes.
No, not really. I mean, starting.
Well, I think you'll find that's what Uni would be counting in their
They've
60.
had a big rotation, though.
That's extraordinary, though, isn't it? 60.
And the number of young players they're developing, it's a...
They had to send them all back to Colts this weekend.
I think it's ominous for next year. As wonderful a year as they've already had, they've lost a couple of grades today. They'll be even stronger, I think, in 2012.
That was an excellent scrum by Manly.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Really strong.
Anthony Hegarty just missed Neville, but it's been taken by Manly, and they're 12 metres inside the Uni half. Ahalele. Cotty. Tony Ali can't stay in. He's bundled into touch by Jono Jenkins.
It had no effect on the catch. And there was
There's a
clean at the
nice,
back.
well, Depending which way you look at it, but there's a bit of feeling creeping into this game already. The two number 7s have been at it. Edgar's just clashed a little bit earlier on with one or two of the others. It's a lot of feeling.
Yes, like a little right hand attempting to be delivered there by Jono Jenkins, but I think that's what the assistant on this side was talking about, that being Angus Gardner. And the Unipack getting a bit of a roll on here. Expect to see plenty of this today.
Rejoin one. Take a step forward.
It's not the world's most exciting rugby, but it's the way Uni get the job done.
6.
And 10, 15 metres, they're just marching it up the field.
Move forward. Advantage 4, collapsing.
Schwager. And I'll take the penalty.
Collapsing. Can't drag players out to the ground.
There you go, 20 metres. University forwards, it's energy sapping stuff, probably more so for the defensive forward pack. I'm interested also in the back row makeup of this university team. Tim Davidson, who has played number 8 for as long as I can remember, as captain and grand final winning one at that. He's not playing number 8. McCutcheon is. He's playing on the blindside flank. I'm just interested as to why.
Well, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I imagine he's also going to be playing left and right rather than open side and blind side breakaways.
So McCutcheon just outside the Manly 22 after a very scrappy ball. Alan Gahu shapes, goes just over the advantage line. Schwager holds onto it. Keeps the little legs pumping. Very hard surface here. It's well grasped, but come to the ground heavily. You certainly feel it. As Carter gives it on through Foley. Kingston cuts back. Keep it on the short side. Tilts. Alan Gahu. Just edging their way closer. Got numbers on this short side. Davidson couldn't quite get it away.
Step 1.
Good phases here being strung together by Uni. 8 now. Make it 9. Schwager, plenty of ball to work with. Davidson driven into the ground again. Just 5 metres out, Uni. It's where the forwards might just take it over. Roberson.
Roll 3. Balls up. Now, hands off, Red. Hands off.
McCutcheon and Mum. Talakai reaching in for it. Leaves it. Dave Dennis.
Hands off, 6, Red.
Inches short. Roberson checks the line. Drives for it. Nearly there.
Hands off, 1, Red.
Must score.
Must be already over the line.
Gents, we're short. Scrum.
How can it be short?
Well, I just question whether you can promote the ball
Ball
that way
short,
too.
Scrum.
Ball on the ground, you're not allowed to touch
Can't
it,
play it
mate.
through the run.
I think Ian Smith's recognised that. You'll see it here.
Sam Roberson almost gets his whole body over the line and
Still short. Now you see Uni trying to push it through and over the line.
I need you to take the bind.
And that
Hit up
cannot
first.
do.
look, it's not sparkling stuff from Uni, but it's
staying on the
brilliant.
body.
Their error
Staying on
rate
the body.
is 0. They are just grinding them down.
Their execution through those phases was
It's superb.
faultless.
Backs and forwards, they all know what they're supposed to do.
Crouch.
They get to the breakdown in numbers to protect
Touch.
possession.
I think we've just had, what, 12 phases plus 9 phases.
Goal.
That's tough.
What for?
Going early.
Thank you. Well, they went early. Thought Ireland went early a few
Marks on
times
5.
last night, but you know I was looking at that through wallaby eyes. Yeah, gold glasses. The scrum basically got smashed, but I don't think a couple of decisions helped them.
I thought they had a rock solid scrum on them.
I'm not quite sure I understand that option.
Trist. Nearly to the 22.
That was lost, wasn't it?
Oh, player off his feet, arriving at the breakdown for the clean out. On we go.
Hands off, 6.
Manly defence really being asked some questions here. Schwager, Alan Gahu, not really set there, and he's brought to ground in a good tackle by Cotty.
Lost forward advantage.
They pinched it and lost it.
Playing a knock on.
And Foley.
All right, we can't go on there, guys, because you run behind your own man. No advantage, lost forward.
Good clear
It was a good
ruling
turnover.
from
and then
Ian
he dropped
Smith.
Yeah, they've had a couple of opportunities.
it. Here we are.
This is the
Need you to
back
hold.
end where
Sit in the
Foley
hole.
just
Trust the call. Be engaged.
uses his teammate as a bit of a shepherd. Manly have had opportunity. They turned it over there. They had a shot at goal that has been missed. But apart from that, they've had virtually no ball.
No, which means when they get it, as they did on that free kick, they have to find touch or they have to get out of their territory. They can't make those sort of mistakes.
Engage.
The other problem is you can't win unless you get the ball.
No, guys, we're going across field first. I need your goal line to goal line, please. Goal line. Straight, please.
A little bit of chat to the front row. You love it, don't you? Somebody's whinging. Always. Halfbacks are yapping.
Stay on his outside.
Ian Smith's trying to get a word in.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Good scrum, Manly.
Yeah, good shove
Use
from
it.
Manly, but picked up off the back by McCutcheon.
Now roll.
Carter. And the Manly centres get him. Hartman and Smith combining. Shut him down. But he'll be running at them hard all day.
Now step back.
Dean Mum. Foley back on the inside to Dennis, but he's spilt it.
No advantage coming there.
Good defence.
Excellent defence. It was good scrum.
Red
And
scrum.
good defence. Uni somehow managed to maintain possession, though. I think in a situation like that, for Seymour, who the ball travelled
There we are.
loosely towards him, counter. A couple of wide passes and just see what comes of it.
We're inside 9.
I think he called advantage over too quickly.
Well, yeah, I think so. But I don't think Manly looked to do that anyhow. They weren't sort of in that frame of mind. But I'm not sure why they shouldn't be. Let's have a go.
Touch.
You're not going to win with 40% or less of
Engage.
possession against this team.
Good hit from Manly. Cotty drills one low, but it sits up quite nicely for Bernard Foley.
Come back.
Plenty there under that. Caden Neville under it. Takes it nicely. Seymour. Rippier.
That's it.
Yep. Smith. Got Hooper with him. Oh, no, don't drop it, please. That's the first bit of sort of sparkling open rugby we've seen.
And the most basic of rugby skills with no pressure. That's what we want to see more of. When you get a bit of a sniff, shift it wide.
Here.
Well, the pass was unexpectedly high.
Well, Smithy is unexpectedly tall.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think that's
No, he sees him at training every week. He knows how tall he is.
There is no excuse.
All right, same again.
There are opportunities
Let's get the bind.
they have to take today.
Staying straight.
This is such a contrast to yesterday, where it was stopping for
Crouch.
conversions or attempts at conversion every 3 or 4 minutes.
Pause.
13 tries
Engage.
every 6 minutes they scored. It was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Stay there. Back.
And we go this time. Carter cuts back in. Quick ball. Davidson won't be brought down. Alangahu, there's a gap for Foley. Gets it on to Hodge. Hodge is too quick and he's away. Stands up Seymour and he's under the posts.
Excellent piece of play.
It's a massive decoy run from Kingston.
There was a very good decoy run before Halangahu got the ball there. He's come from the other side of the ruck there. And some good lines, good catching and passing. Hodge has been outstanding all year and he just continues on his merry way. It was a straight runner. Halangahu came from the right, swung around left. Catch, pass, good angle. That's pretty simple stuff. Well done.
10 tries.
And the conversion successful.
This season for Hodge.
Can't beat John. The basics done very well are hard to beat.
And that's exactly what it was too. And the defensive line from Manly was not certain about what they should do on that left-hand side. And and they created a hole which Hodge just stood up the fullback and away he went. But yeah, it's simple things done well.
Deja vu for Seymour, who had Zach Holmes running at him last week and beat him, but they got out of that game all right. Now, as Kingston has it for Uni, the defending premiers are in front fairly early.
Stop.
Might be out too, is it?
Oh, it is now.
That's better. That's better judgment. He's a good learner, isn't he, Daniel? His first one went out on the full. That one about a metre in.
Well, Seymour willing it out.
Just back to the basics for a second. Manly on their counter-attack up the left-hand touchline. If the catch and the pass had worked and they are down the other end of the field and Uni aren't in the position to score the try.
Yeah.
Stay attached.
Ahalele.
Number 1, stay back.
Coddy.
On the wind.
Hodge.
Good kick.
And brought down by Woodhouse.
No effect.
Swagger smashed by Caden Neville.
Oh. Took his breath away.
Holding there.
Alangahu. With strong tackling, but going to roll off so quickly that Anthony Hegarty not quick enough.
No, that's a good decision. Excellent. He made the tackle. He had no intention of moving. Well, he would have eventually, but he was going to take every second.
His intention was to move eventually.
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh. That's the long and the short of it, that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the smallest bloke on the field against the biggest.
That's all right. Matt Schwagger's tough, up from the northwest of New South Wales. We will. Not a problem. Need hands from him too as Carter steps and gets away from one. Katoni Ali wrestling with him, but Carter wrestles in return and gets himself to the 22. Oh, yeah, Meta Sailor.
You missed it.
It's a big hit. Uni barely draw breath though as they pick and drive and go again. Alangahu says go one more and then change their mind. And they do spin it. Roberson caught behind the advantage line.
Great defence.
Caught by his opposite, Hegarty, yeah. Tills. Hooper trying to wrestle the ball free, and I think he has.
Red advantage.
That's it. Now go.
Oh, Rippier. Not expecting it that quickly. He's got it now. And
Advantage is over.
he's sent it the way of Foley. He's got plenty of time to assess the options. That's not a bad one. That's a better one. Foley's got support. Kingston. Kingston. Try number 2 for University. Foley, well, that's why he's been signed by the Waratahs.
The Manly chase on the kick was poor. One chaser, and Foley just said, thanks a lot. If they'd had 2 or 3 in a line instead of just one, Richard Hooper, he doesn't make the run. Excellent work. Excellent work. He had support. Kingston was on his outside. There's another player looming up inside. One defender. He'll beat him every day of the week. It was Trist on his inside. He went outside. Wrong foots them all. He's got power and speed. And that won't be the first time you see Tom Kingston score a try.
A little bit of sevens the way Foley reads a gap and an opportunity.
Yeah, I think what you've said there, Brett, is the defensive lineup was one off, there we are. There's another one off. Just wasn't there. Smith had to try and cover 2. Couldn't do that. Slips on the inside. That was Hooper kept trying to get through. And Kingston footwork going forward. That's, well, it does make it all look too easy.
The other thing Foley did well was not get greedy. He'd beaten a couple. Yep. Your eyes start to widen as you get closer, but he did the right thing. Another 7.
You don't see a lot of selfish play from this Uni team, I promise you. They play for one another every time.
Oh, Kingston. Carter. Rippier's got him wrapped up. There was danger there immediately for Manly, but they snuffed that out for the moment, and I got the feed here.
Red scrum.
I was just thinking he'd look good, but it was very lateral, and that's why Manly were just holding off, and then they nailed Carter.
Get Carter, they said.
Well, I don't mind that. I mean,
Backwards.
every chance they get, they'll grab Tommy. Just back to the uni try.
His arm alone.
Manly had the ball again on turnover ball, but their counter-attack was poor. Passes went to ground
Stewie,
and
just keep an eye
forced
on the
them to
ball on that
kick.
side, thanks.
If their execution's better, they don't have to kick it. They're running upfield with ball in hand.
Yeah, I think the kick's got to come out of their game, doesn't it?
Well,
Or hold it to the second half.
If their chase is going to be like that, yes, don't kick it.
Pause. Engage.
Cotty. Hart.
Hands off.
Defence
11.
right in his face.
You must release. You can't play the ball. He's fed it back your side.
Okay. What do you decide to do here?
It's 3 points.
Take
for
it.
As part of the tackle, he's
Get
an
on the
assist
board.
tackler. He must release the ball as well. He's an assist tackler. No, he can be on his feet as well.
Still got a lot of time to make up the difference. And you'll have a big win behind you.
Quick laws discussion here between the Council for University, which is Tim Davidson.
I think he's rested his case, though. It's a tough kick. We're just watching him line it up. It's just well, Rippier's got it pretty well aimed up on the left upright. In fact, from where I'm sitting, just outside the left upright. So he's learnt from his first kick.
Yep. So they are on the board. Importantly, after 25 minutes, a couple of tries for Uni, though. They've come to Hodge and Kingston.
Well, they need more of that. That's a rare incursion into university territory, isn't it?
Yep. Haven't seen him. How many times down there, mate? 3?
Yeah. Well, at least they got some points, that one.
Hartman stationary, really, as he put boot to ball. Oh, spilled. And then Neville couldn't hold on to it as Schwager looked to make amends, and he kind of did that by stopping Neville.
Red scrum.
I don't want to give Caden Neville too much space because he can wind up and he gets motoring.
Yeah, yes, take 5-metre steps as well.
It gets hard to stop when the momentum increases.
Chat there between Jeremy Tilse and Sam Talakai. Jeremy's still probably teaching him a few things, but there are big raps on Talakai.
Crouch.
Keeping Paddy
Touch.
Ryan in second grade.
Pause. Going early.
Second early engagement against Uni. Metasala can't take on the whole pack on his own. Stopped on halfway. Rippier. Good line set here for Manly. Seymour. Almost. Rippier did beautifully. Woodhouse.
Good kick.
Sorry. Yep. Hartman.
Excellent work, well done.
Good skill. Good piece of skill from Rippier. Again, though, there was a pass in here. Oh, not brilliant, that one. Seymour eventually finds a support player. The no-look pass, and that's an excellent option. BJ Hartman.
Holding the space until the throw.
So Hegarty needs an accurate throw. Where do you go to? Go to the front if you really want to find your man. There's just fewer options.
Hands off now, Gold.
Not straight if you want to be picky.
So Manly just a couple of metres out. Players shifting left. Metasala, why not? He's a big guy and hard to stop.
Playing advantage.
Cotty.
Penalty advantage offside.
Rippier. Oh, he didn't quite hang on to it.
Go backwards, he's got it. Ali.
Well,
I think
that's
backwards
interesting.
off Smith. I think he knocked it backwards.
Thank you.
Wow.
Interesting.
Well.
And they've given it.
Luckily, they finished that because I would have gone back for the penalty.
Well, good refereeing by Ian Smith.
Yeah, happy with the loss.
No question.
That's
No
the back
problem
end.
there.
I wouldn't mind a look at
The pass to Smith, which is just before that.
yeah, Smith. He coughed it up, but I thought he sort of got an arm on it and somehow got it back behind him.
Or did it possibly knock straight down, though?
The grounding itself, Stewie, that I wanted to
Well, that's more like it.
You wouldn't be surprised that some of the stands are questioning the ref's decision.
No. Really?
Cheers. Team, we
I don't know whether we get a chance to see Smith. Now, this is Smith taking the ball. No, he has knocked it back.
Gets it
You
back
can
with the
see-
back of his hand.
Yeah. He's picked up. Katoni Ale drives to the line. Well done. That's clever work by Smith, isn't it? Because he was on the 5 metre line, caught his hand, pushed it backwards, and play on.
Big Tavita Metasella has some run in the last minute or so, starting to have an impact. Oh, what?
Can't change direction, guys.
So is this some kind of obstruction?
Players about to make
blocker.
the tackle. Shot for goal.
Yeah, well, he's dropped in behind him. Hegarty has found himself at fault there, and Caden Neville probably didn't help.
I'm not sure there was too many impeded defenders, but not what you want after having scored a try at the other end.
I am just wondering, and I know we start getting technically a bit close here, but if Hegarty had been holding on to the receiver, so therefore acting as a lifter, whether that would still have applied as they jump to take the line, take the kick-off reception.
So Halangahu, John, is kicking for what would be 999 club points.
Which is extraordinary, isn't it?
That's a lot.
Wishing penalty goals were 4 points.
There's a few people trying to put him off,
They've worked.
and they've succeeded. It's
Back to the
very
22.
quiet for Rippier at the other end, which tells you something. Where the crowd's allegiance is
Ball
live.
coming.
It's a good breeze that Uni are playing with here. Manly, if they can stay in touch or even better, they'll turn with confidence in the second half.
Foley. Hodge nearly called him out of it, but Hodge can chase this on his behalf.
It's got to be a clean take. Got to be a clean take.
There you go, clear call on what the mark has to
Can't
be.
call mark unless it's cleanly caught.
Okay. Some of the smaller laws you learn every day.
Wait. Thank you.
Please, it doesn't apply in cricket.
You'd have never taken a catch, Brett. Well, that's harsh. Halangahu, Carter. Oh, arm at him, but there's no arm from the referee, so that was all okay. Looked like Carter might have got one high, but he's absolutely fine, so must have missed. Schwager, short side to Halangahu now. Davidson, oh, what a tackle from Gower.
And his mate.
And turned over.
Oh, you can't lie in there. That's just totally. Thank you. I'm surprised it took him that long to blow his whistle.
Kick through the rack at the foot's fine.
What a
Holding on
tackle
goal.
here. Oh, the 2 second rollers.
Yes.
Oh, it got a bit scrappy there. Good kick. The breeze pushing the ball towards this near touchline. Bit of change in momentum,
I
gentlemen.
was just feeling that. It's amazing what a try does.
I think Manly are feeling it.
Playing advantage.
Dan Marnicky, straight up the middle. What a dummy. Rolls away from the tackle. I don't mean he was one, he sold one. Ali. Hartman.
McCutcheon.
Hooper.
Hands all well. I would have said McCutcheon had his hands all over that.
He was entitled. He was the only one there. Manly not there in numbers quickly enough. What about this?
Dane Mardicky, look, he's
Dummy
good
and
at this.
go.
He's
What
done
about
it
this
before.
sidestep? Oh,
But he's actually receiving attention now. He's not in a good way. So we hope he can continue, because we'd like to see more of that from the Kiwi.
Well, I'll tell you what he's done, and for a prop, he's done a hamstring.
Oh, no.
He has. You can see him holding his left hamstring.
That hurts.
And props don't have hamstrings. He's going off.
Hilterbrand.
Yeah, he's done.
That's a shame.
Step off. All right, and you come goal.
That doesn't look like he'll be back next week either.
That is a big loss too. That was his stepping foot too.
Oh, that's a little falcon there from Schwager. Cotty. Rippier. Long ball is a good one to Seymour, but that's not such a good one. Well, Foley, and a comedy of errors there.
One knock on.
There was an opportunity wide on this side, and Jacob Woodhouse passed way out in front of him.
That's a ball here. That's a beauty.
Let's stay on the midline for me, thanks, Gus.
Pass skills.
Yeah, they've let them off the hook more than once, Manly.
All right, make sure we're sitting on the outside, please. Binding long on the body. Crouch. Touch.
So 6 minutes to half-time. Nothing in this one. Oh, it's 2 tries to 1.
They definitely went early, the uni.
So Tilt's going early.
Captain, please.
And that's the 3rd time.
Spotted by Ian Smith.
3 free kicks, the last being for the tight head, engaging early before my call. The next one will be a full arm penalty. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's a free kick. Free kick.
But sir, your calls are just a fraction
behind what we want.
What I've done for the last 10 weeks.
So just keeping it tight for a couple of phases here, Manly. Well, try and suck him some defence, but no one committed to that for the students. Hilterbrand is away from one tackle, that of Roberson. Bit of Marlin's momentum here.
Yes, that's out.
Hegarty, good pass. Rippier, wide. Hartman looks for a gap. Woodhouse, just inside the 22. Back Rippier, Hegarty. Hegarty strong. Presents it very quickly. Rippier, plenty of ball. Hooper.
Offside, 2 goal. Penalty advantage.
Manly penalty.
Rippier, drop goal. Not a very good one. So they'll take
No advantage coming.
a set shot.
2 goal.
Using that as a rangefinder.
And this to reduce the deficit to 1 point. Manly starting to play some serious rugby.
Yeah, a bit of ball. Bit of ball, but they're using it much better. Rippier, he looks a really good player, doesn't he, in the 10 jersey?
I felt last week against North, he kind of underplayed his hand. There wasn't a lot of running at the line from Rippier. They got the job done, but seeing a bit more from him today.
He looks to have plenty of skill.
Critical kick going into half-time, isn't it? That wind, I tell you what, it's shifting. It's not quite as strong as it was at the start of the match either.
Still not from my direction, though, is it?
No, it is not. No.
I'm
still not sure which that direction was. He started on the same post. Left hand upright.
All quiet at TG Milner. Okay. Well, we saw Dane Mardicky limp off after that great run. Louise, what's his story?
Yeah, it's not good news for Marikai. He's torn his left hamstring, Steve.
There's a scoop.
I still chuckle.
Well, props are allowed to.
Well, not really.
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't ever get sufficient velocity happening to do a hammy.
Yeah,
on the breeze.
7.
Foley now. Oh.
Called the mark.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He hasn't juggled that one.
No juggling.
Rippier.
That's a good kick. important 3 minutes here. More so for Manly. They have to hold Uni out. We know what Uni will do.
Go to Carter, and Foley on his inside. Defence read it pretty well.
He's fine. He's fine. 6 rounds.
Hooper was allowed to play that, and that's really slowed it down for Uni. Dean Mum's got him in a serious headlock there.
3-step. 3-step.
Well, the line's well set for Manly now. They've taken an age to decide what to do, but Jenkins. Looked like they had numbers on that right side if they continued to shift it. Schwager still wants to go that way. He plays above his weight. Schwager happy to take them on and hard to bring down. Talakai gets it to the 22. Still through the forwards. They'll do this all day if it results in another 5-pointer. Good hands, Alangahu. Just about through the line. Schwager. I'm not sure about that. He was between options and he didn't take a good one in the end. Foley. Field goal? Field goal. And no. Haven't seen many this year. Met Pierre Holler.
Are we going to time then,
I think.
I guess so. I might be able to.
No, we're having a long.
There's only been a couple all season.
All right, start behind him, mate.
So 45 seconds to half-time. Rippier. Again, curling on the breeze. Carter took it nicely, though. And Foley, a couple of chasers. Hodge.
Lost forward goal.
Seymour. Can only run into touch eventually. Hounded out by Carter.
Oh, that's...
Cotty's down, which is...
Yeah, it was a good collision. They both had eyes for the ball. Interesting call. According to our clock, he went a fraction early there. University line-out might have been dangerous for Manly from about 20 out.
Sidney University 14.
But he is the sole judge of time.
Manly 13.
Oh, well, possession. Let's go to the bottom first. 57% of the ball. And for most of that half, in fact, they did better than that, certainly the first 20 minutes. And Manly can't win with those sort of possession stats. They really turned it around towards the back end of the half. And they look pretty good. Penalties even. Missed tackles, even turnovers. So Manly are well and truly in it. They turn with a good breeze. It'll be interesting to see whether they can bring it home.
Manly well in it, and Anthony Hegarty is with John Morrison.
Yeah, Anthony Hegarty, a very physical contest up front, and you seem to be getting on top of Sydney University.
Oh, it's going really well. It's a really tough game. Obviously, the heat and everything's really contributing with the battle up front. And well, I don't think we're actually getting on top. I think it's very even, so just have to keep going as hard as we can.
Do you feel momentum's coming to Manly now? You gave away a 14-point start.
Yes and no. I think we're just working hard and they're working out hard as well. So it's a very unpredictable finish, but hopefully we get on top.
All right, 40 minutes to go. We'll let you have a break. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. Thanks, mate.
Anthony Hegarty joining us there. It is 14-13 to Sydney University at half-time at TG Milner. But for a special Sunday edition of the Rugby Wrap, let's catch up with Louise Ransom.
It is the second preliminary final at TG Milner. The winner to go through and play Eastwood in the grand final next week. Will it be Sydney University as they pursue their 7th straight title? Or maybe the Marlins can upset their grand plans. The game is on a knife edge, 14-13, 2 tries to 1. Hodge and Kingston for Uni, and Manly for Tony Ali, and they are absolutely well in it. Sam Robertson went very close very early as they tried to shove him towards the line. Students, they just came up inches short. But Foley and then Hodge combined nicely for the first try of the game. Foley from the back has had a big influence in this first half. He's so damaging.
He's our 7th player of the year, and he's not that for nothing. He can play, he's quick, good on his feet. Tom Kingston's a good player too.
Yeah, he finished it well. We thought for a moment there was a suspicion of a knock-on here, but on the replay this was back and well called by referee Ian Smith and finished by Katoni Ali for the Marlins. All set then for what'll be an intriguing second half.
Interesting. Tim Davidson, uni captain, in earnest discussion with the referee as they came back out. Before Manly had arrived, he had some minutes alone with Ian Smith.
That's, what do you call that? Lobbying?
Using his charm.
Spin doctor, Tim Davidson. Alangahu with a restart. A little bit of confusion there, but gets to Ripia.
That's a beauty. That is a super kick.
And that's well done. Yeah, as we start the second half. Here's John Morrison.
Yeah, down at Sydney University, Coach Todd Loudon. Todd, you were expecting a fight from Manly. You only got away for a great start, but Manly coming straight back to you.
Yeah, I think we got away, obviously, pretty good start, but just kind of grappling with the windy conditions a little bit, slowing the passing up, slowing the speed of possession, so it's not exactly helping either side.
But a tough sort of matches you'd expect for a semi-final, elimination one of that.
Oh, this is a perfect, I suppose if you're a rugby purist, it's the perfect game to be watching.
Any changes? Will you be going to your bench soon?
Yeah, we'll definitely be going to insert Warrior into the game at a crucial time.
All right, Todd, good luck with the second half. We'll see you afterwards, and best luck to uni.
Thank you.
So able to bring Phil Waugh off the bench. That's got to be a reassuring feeling.
Yes, nice. Wallabies could have done with him last night.
Oh, don't get us started about the lack of a backup 7 for Pocock. Questions will be asked. Anyway, Cotty, Ripia, nicely delivered in front of him. Hartman, Seymour.
Oh, God, he's dropped it. Foley.
And on the counter, Ripia rounds him up. Hartman dragged into touch.
Opportunity, I thought, for Manly down the right. If he could just have... It's on here. There's a couple of...
Jono Jenkins in it early.
Three red, I'm watching. 8 step. Step out.
Well, I wonder how this will be viewed.
All right, we're going to go back. Let's take it away, Tim.
There's some help from Angus Gardner on that side as the assistant referee.
From where I was, nothing in it. 7 took offence at him not giving up the ball. Let's just play the line out.
All right. Yeah, understand. But we
well
just don't
done,
need
Angus
players
Gardner.
No, there's no penalty coming. We're going with the line out. I don't need players joining in. Right? Talk to him. Right, it's just a push and shove because he's objecting to not giving up the ball, right? Yeah. We're going on with the line out. Just talk to 8. I don't want him joining. Talk to him. Right.
They had a chance, Manly. They had a chance on the right touchline.
Right.
If Seymour could have got the ball away.
Hang on.
Went forward and Foley was gone. The Manly crowd. I think the Manly crowd.
Team Mum takes the line out and Uni just start to rumble towards the 22.
3 off his leg.
It's under the arm of Sam Roberson. Went close to scoring in that first half. As some like to call it, synchronised obstruction. But it gets you some metres. Schwager. Waiting. Aren't we all? Is that ball not out? It's up to the referee to call it if the opposition wants to wait. You're brave to go if the halfback doesn't pick it up, even if it seems to be out.
Keep moving, 10.
On the 22. Again, good execution from University. Oh, until I talked that too early.
Yes, thank you, Steve.
Well, Katoni Ali gets it onto Cotty. Numbers here. Oh, big tackle from Kingston.
12 move.
Cotty again seems to be okay. Was slightly injured just before the break.
6. Stop 15. Stop.
Foley takes it ever so confidently.
Because I asked, that's why.
Well, Hodge and Trist wanted to chase this, but they didn't have far to go. Trist comes down with it. Well done, him. Into half goes Tills.
Roll 2 red.
McCutcheon in support. Talakai. Alangahu.
Hands off 3.
Davidson runs into Metasela. No change there. McCutcheon. Schwager staying on that short side. Just keep dragging that defence to that side. Maybe they'll open up over here. So now just 15 metres out. A couple of big tackles.
Number 5, red, offside.
Mum holds onto it. And the penalty coming.
Still a penalty.
Dennis. Cooper makes the tackle. Talakai hit with everything from Metasela. Mum, ankle tapped.
No advantage. 5, offside. Earlier phase.
Except for that one mistake that almost talked them into with Davidson. Gee, they put the phases together well, don't they?
Got to keep pushing back on the short side.
In that last passage of play, Davidson and McCutcheon, they've each had about 3 or 4 runs with the ball. You throw Jeremy Tilson, Dean Mum and Dave Dennis all having a bit of a lash themselves as well. It's hard to just keep coming up with the quality of defence you need. Daniel Halengar, who's taken it to the line 5 times in the match, keeping them all on edge.
All right, stand by for a university special here. Tom Carter's coming across to lend his weight to the rolling maul.
Number 4, collapsing.
Ed Gow has allegedly brought it down.
Try time coming.
So they've either got to score or get the penalty. As they're that close, the advantage will only be if it's avoided if it's a try. Talakai inches away.
7 hold.
Schwager.
No advantage coming.
Yeah, it was a shame, Ed Gower getting in on that first take from that line out, and you could see him grabbing the legs of one of the props. I wasn't sure which one, and eventually going to ground and collapsing. So he's been penalised on that. So it'll be a replay.
Let the man come to ground. We don't speed bump underneath.
Yeah. Throw to 2, I'd imagine again. Stick with Tim Davidson.
Sam Roberson needs an accurate throw.
4.
Uncontested really by Manly. Try and put the weight on quickly at University, get themselves organised. Lots of support here. They've had other grades in games and they're rumbling towards the line. And they score.
Mum, I would think.
Or was it Roberson? We need another look. There are so many bodies around the ball, but it's 19-13.
Is it Tilts?
Oh, Tilts.
Maybe. I noticed Tommy Carter. Tommy Carter races in to join it.
He loves that.
Adds his 100 kilos to the equation. There's no problem. I don't have any problem with it being a try. It is Roberson.
Yeah.
His opponent came up with the ball, but after the event.
So it's the number 2, Roberson up there with the shaved head. Good on him. Second try of the season for him.
That's ominous. That's ominous when you start seeing that. I don't know how you defend it.
Well, the only time you get to defend it is on the takedown.
Yeah, but I watched it. I thought that's what they would do, Manly, but the University line-out support players made it impossible for them to get to Dave Dennis.
Let's put that through too. Nicely done. Alan Go with the conversion. If we get to see it, no, it's just we just missed the takedown at the 4, but you see just perfect control there. Roberson just perfectly positioned at the back of the ball. It's been driven forward on an angle, which makes it even harder for Manly to defend against, and just pure power gets him over the line, and not only 5 points, but a wonderful conversion to make it 7.
Yes, Carter and Schwager joining in. Oh, they like that stuff. So more of the rolling maul from Uni.
See Phil War on that.
Tony Ali coming to meet each other. Well, a little forearm there. Schwager back to Alan Gahu. Seymour has a little bit of a chase here. And eventually it sits up. Oh, I'm not sure about that, McCutcheon.
What was that, Steve?
There was more space down the ground that Brett was pointing to that he should have kicked to. Oh!
Good job.
Balagahu. And more big tackles from Manly. They've got to keep them coming, though.
Hegarty again. It's gone the other way, Matty.
I think he might have known that too.
Hegarty's hurt himself. He's wearing out his shoulder.
He won't worry, he's got 2 of them.
That was Gower again as well.
Yeah, we'll stop at the line out.
I think he's still recovering from your halftime interview, John.
He said, oh, if only I'd answered that question a bit better. Oh, what will Mum say?
Nothing hurts like words.
I understand this stuff.
He's not well.
No.
They've already had to go to Hildebrand in the
We may
front
need
row.
to bring someone straight on, guys.
And he's the line-out thrower.
We are going to stop. We may just need to bring him straight on, though.
So next week, make sure you join us. We'll be at Concord, and Eastwood awaiting the winner of this match. 3 p.m. for the grand final. And odds suggest it'll be Uni, but we've got plenty of time left today. 21-13. Sore head, sore shoulder.
It's only a bump on the head.
Where's it hurt?
Are they able to bring someone on?
Anywhere you hit.
Everywhere I touch
They've got
myself,
blood,
Doc,
so
it
they can do a
hurts.
blood
What's
infusion.
up? He said, I think you've got a broken finger.
That's an oldie but a goodie.
I love him.
That's it.
Yeah, it's blood.
My head hurts, my shoulder hurts. It's
Guys,
hot.
there's no need to question
I'm
it.
tired.
I've checked it. Thank you. We're going on.
They keep hitting me.
Yeah, we make the blood change. Thank you. All right.
Andrew
In we come,
Collins.
guys. In we come.
It's interesting. It's a Hildebrand
Holding
to
the
throw.
space.
Hooper hasn't had a huge opportunity today against a quality back row. Hoping to have an impact in the last 25-30 minutes of the game. Rippier, Smith.
McCutcheon again. Yep. They're just more ferocious.
Yeah.
They at the breakdown, they are ferocious, and they go in packs, Uni.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. Get over the ball, target the ball, and then hunt together. And if they can't get it, you'll see them back off completely and just form a defensive line to have another go at the next phase.
Talk about what a unified team they are. As soon as they get a turnover like that, the backs are in to congratulate a back row or whoever it might have been that won them the penalty. Let them know that even backs appreciate what's going on in there.
Even if they don't know.
It's just keeping up appearances. They don't really care.
Oh.
Well done.
I think they know.
I don't think so.
All right, rolling it again. Sidney University.
They're going to go out.
No, Swagger. He's been dragged into that.
Stay.
Phil War. It's back to McCutcheon. The lateral maul is deemed to be stationary. Did you know that?
Yep. Must be going forward.
A little bit of obstruction there.
Number 8, you're in front.
It's a funny thing in the law book, though. Something that's moving sideways is actually
Six is in
stationary.
front. That's obstruction.
Well, let me use an analogy for you. Then,
I mean, I know. I'm not confounded by it. I just think it's,
No,
it's
I just
funny
think
the way you have to put it.
the analogy though is on a pass. If it hasn't gone forward, in other words, it's lateral, it's fine, but it hasn't gone forward.
Yeah.
So if you see that parallel on that, anyway, it's a
Parallel,
great kick.
Yeah, parallels.
Parallel.
Yeah. Ben Seymour, super kick, smashed it. On attack, Manly.
Gower.
No, they're not.
You can see that. Forced to use
Wait for him.
Hegarty to
Oh.
kick, and where's that gum? That's out off Uni now.
It's off the chest, right?
Trist can only shovel it out.
See if they can get this one right.
Now, this is the trouble, isn't it? When you change your hookers, your timing is out. So they want to get Hegarty, who's just about to come back on, out there now, I would think.
Hildebrand, one more throw. Neville. to the front. Yeah. It's all right, John. Katani Ali brought down midfield. And Uni hands very quick to it, but not quick enough. Halele. And Big Eddie's inside the 22.
Lost forward. He's lost forward, guys. Lost forward.
Eddie's had something to say about it.
Thank you.
Just all these little things that aren't working for Manly at the moment. Meanwhile, the university is slipping into their game of attrition and just taking the advantage right back.
Uni at the breakdown get to their ball carrier in numbers and they get there quickly. Manly not anywhere near as fast to get to Eddie Ahalele on that occasion and any other ball carrier every other time.
Touch.
Surprising too when you've got a player like Hooper who's so quick to those breakdowns, but he's not getting the momentum, the forward momentum to be able to do it as effectively as Uni.
Hands off now, red 8.
Kalangahu.
And hold for him.
Not his best kick.
Here we go,
It's just their second half, University, isn't it? They keep their discipline and their execution and just wear you down. Attrition's a great word.
No errors.
Yeah, I'm on the middle.
They give you nothing. They soak up all the punishment you throw at them. Back see less and less of the ball.
Yeah, they know they only have to win by 1 point, not 20.
Hooper.
A bit high.
Still going, though.
Tackler never released him.
Coddy to Neville. And they just swamp him. Rippier. Hildebrand. Classic tackle from Tim Davidson.
He's lost it. He's entitled to play it. He's on his feet.
He was entitled. He was the only one there. Manly had nobody there.
This is about the second half. Last time they met, Sydney Uni and Manly at Uni led 10-8 at half time and went on to win it 32-14.
It was only Richard Hooper, the winger, who eventually got in there to contest the breakdown.
If I was Coach Lane, I would be thinking about going to my bench fairly shortly, bringing in a player like Neil Meyer and Dylan Sigg.
Crouch.
You've got to start rolling the dice now with
touch.
24 minutes left.
Pause. Engage.
See what they can do with this possession, though. Rippier. Smith. Crushing it up through midfield. How quick is the ball? Not bad. Rippier. Seymour.
19.
Just about stepped away from Hodge. Coddy's got another look. Ali. Quite rolling the wrong way. Rippier. Wide. Woodhouse. Got it back inside to Smith. Smith.
Taken back over by goal.
Taken over by goal. So 5 metre scrum.
Hooper was on this side.
Regardless, it's a try gone begging.
Richard Hooper
gets the ball away. I thought Smith was in here. Just takes them on. Oh. Excellent piece of play. That's a good ball. Winger in space. Who does well too, Hooper. It's a great tackle in the end on Smith, who's a big guy. It was Tim Davidson, though. So,
understand?
Not surprising.
I understand.
I thought he was just going to steamroll, get himself over.
Or he could have stretched, maybe.
He was a bit far.
Yeah,
but
probably.
I assumed it was the fullback, I suppose, or a smaller guy. It wasn't. It was Davidson.
Let's see what sort of scrum that Uni bounced in defence here. I imagine it'll be a solid 8-man shove.
Pause.
I want to see Willie Rippier take on the defensive line. He has not run once.
That's straight arm penalty because of the early engagement and 3 earlier ones that were also early.
It's a sort of a pointless one because they're just going to scrum again.
Yes, but if they continue,
it's a loose heads problem.
It can resolve in more penalties or eventual
Here we are.
sin binning.
It was Talakai that time, not Tilts. So
the sharing.
Yes.
It was this time.
Crouch.
Good, solid.
touch, pause, engage.
Simultaneous engagement that time. Ali.
10 roll.
It's been reefed clear. Alangahu outside the 22. Oh, McCutcheon.
9.
Tony Ali in trouble in back play.
Schwager's kick. Oh, nobody claiming it. And Hooper now inside his own half. And Uni just rolling over the top of this. Make it their own. Tills. Schwager to the left. Kingston trying to dab it through. Schwager's everywhere. It's had a great game at half for Uni.
Holding on penalty.
Holding on penalty.
Well, can I bring you back to that very point that Brett was making? That kick, which wasn't claimed by anyone, eventually it was Richard Hooper who took it. There were 5 university guys on top of that ball before Hooper found a teammate.
Do you know?
Yeah, they're ferocious. Pat McCutcheon has been unbelievable today. The intensity
Let the man
with
hit the
which he
ground before we pull
plays
him
is
down.
scary.
So Tony Ali gone. Is he, John? Or we got Dylan Sig on?
He didn't move from that previous scrum.
Backwards.
And he's hurt a leg, so we won't be seeing him again.
Cotty. Good at Hartman. Smith. Presents it a second time. Not quite sure how he does that. Hooper coming in off his wing.
19, you can't play it. You're in the way.
Phil War penalised.
Ball down.
Schwager likes to do this, pretend it's his penalty.
Yeah, they've got to take the 3 points here.
Back, guys. Stop the goal. Can't slow it down.
Yeah, Phil War patently offside. A bit of a dangerous kick there from Schwager, but nobody came to grief there.
They've had a couple of opportunities, Manly, with some of their wide backline play.
Yep.
But University have not missed attack. Haven't looked like missing one. One-on-one, they've been superb.
If the penalty doesn't go your way...
Not a lot of breaks.
It's taking it away, slowing it down.
No. Manly have just got to lift their tempo a bit in this half too. I think they've just thought they were close and the points will start coming, and University have shifted it. They've reorganised at half time, and Manly aren't being active.
Ripia really needs to guide this through. And he has. So, Louise, what's the news on Katani Ali?
Well, Steve, he just limped past me. I've been told he's damaged his left medial ligament.
Oh, that's no good. If they were to be successful today, it'll be tough to back up next week. And it doesn't look like Dane Mariko will be around either, having done his hamstring early in the first half. Neville.
Carried back.
Ripia. McCutcheon. Well taken. Foley hasn't had a lot of chances in the last 10 minutes. McCutcheon after it. How's his determination today? He's after everything. On the ground, in the air. Talakai, bodies flying left and right and over. Alangahu. War.
Holding there.
So Uni just getting set. Schwager will slow this down. Mum.
Hold there, 3.
Just look at the organisation from Uni. That's how much time they've got. Allows the defence to set though. It does, but Uni just so well organised here.
Roberson that time. Short side, a little bit of an opportunity here. McCutcheon doesn't quite get away from Neville.
Pauline.
He's got a thirst for work, hasn't he, McCutcheon?
Yes.
7 phases. And more to come. Carter driven to the ground.
Look at his shoulders are all right.
And they've pinched it. Well done. Now
Sailor.
No.
Rippier. Oh, don't just give it straight back. You're up for more of the same. The forwards won't thank you for that.
He had 4 teammates on his right.
Come back, 8.
As he kicked it out on the far. It's a beautiful kick. And the Manly heads just dropped.
Well, I don't know if you can keep asking a hooker to put hits on like that.
Look at the teammates he had here.
Yep.
Look, 1, 2, 3, 4
outside
against 1. I think Tommy Kingston, and they kick. That's either communication is poor or
Were they calling for it outside him? Did they make it clear that there was something on there? He didn't see it. He just expected it to be given.
But that's where they look dangerous too, when they shift it 2 wide, 3 wide.
Trist. No real thought of a quick throw in.
They're not in any hurry. They will not be rushed.
In their own sweet time. As they're 5 to the good. 24 minutes gone in the second half. Sloppy one. Alan Gahu to it first.
There's no advantage coming there, guys. Line out throw's not straight.
Well, they're in this. If they're good enough, they're in it.
It's time enough if they're good enough, as we say.
15 to go, though. Normally, it's about time that University get out the screwdrivers and tighten things up a little bit.
Starting square.
Well, I don't suppose we have a second half territory stat there, do we? Because it seems to be all in Manly's half.
Yeah, they're dominating territory and possession, University, and they're hard to beat when they do that.
Pause. Engage.
Great pass from Cotty to Rippier, and he kicks the ball away.
Needs the bounce.
And they got one. Rippier gets it back. A little fortunate.
All offside.
Gower.
All offside.
Do anything?
Metasala.
Now move.
Sig. And Dylan Sig is quick if he can wriggle free.
Rejoin.
I'd like to see Sig and Neville in a foot race. Gower. Just about. Nice idea. Uni ball. Schwager kicks to where there's no one.
Back to the penalty.
No, he said it was over.
Just a fraction slow on Ed Gower. His teammates just couldn't quite get to him. Uni were all over him.
And we are back to where we started from that original play.
Just
not
there.
straight.
Tills was all over him. And he had enough of a play before Manly got to him.
Another super tackle from Tim Davidson, who's laid on a few today. Excellent line out from Manly. Rippier to the air. Tills. He's never going to drop that. Never took his eyes off it.
Step back, Red. Far side.
Gahu.
Thank you.
Dennis.
Penalty advantage.
Can't quite keep his feet.
All right, no advantage there. Lost forward. Whereabouts, Shute? Offside. Offside 7. 7.
I think Foley made a point in the pre-match interview about the week off being good to freshen up the legs and the speed to the breakdown. You know, maybe that's just a part of it, not having had a match last week.
I think it's part of it. I also think it's part of Uni's discipline in their game plan. That's what they do. They target the breakdown. If they can't win it, they fan out. And if they can win it, they pour in.
I think the big question for me now is whether Manly deep down think they can win.
But the amount of ball they're kicking away suggests otherwise, doesn't it?
Because I know Uni think they can win.
Lost forward. Hold.
It's more than that. I think they believe they will.
Yeah.
Advantage is over.
Don't. They're not listening to us, though.
No.
It
Foley.
might be a good thing.
just back themselves. But Carter could pay a heavy price for kicking that possession away. Huge clean out. Carter's done well to keep it in. It's untidy ball though. Foley. No one's buying the dummy this time. Dennis. Heavy tackle. Oh, Hegarty.
Playing advantage.
Gahu trying to return the favour, kick something away.
Number 8. Don't tackle the man without the ball.
Tavita Metasala's been penalised.
Tackling someone who didn't have it.
Number 8, tackling a man without the ball.
I thought he was going to get it.
That's the defence. He was going to get it.
Oh. Well, yeah, he didn't give him the full treatment. And I've seen it not penalised a million times. Well, this is an important kick. Gets them to 8 outside of a converted try. So
normally you'd think this was a pretty easy kick for around but that wind is still gusting everywhere, although not quite as much. So but these things are never straightforward when you're 40 metres out.
I don't think there are university supporters on that far side banging the fence.
He's thumped that down the middle. Black dot. Blue dot even. I don't think they can get them now. Nope. It's possible, but they need to show me a bit more.
Just outside the range of a converted try, importantly. Dennis. Schwager, hoping Carter might get underneath this. It's been spilled.
Oh, friendly fire.
Carter got to it eventually. Came out a bit quickly. Schwager. Phil War.
We've got an advantage. None coming. We'll go back. Lost forward.
That's Hegarty defensively again. He's been a powerhouse. He's had a super game.
Scrum's here. No advantage coming to goal.
So Alan Gahu now at 1,001 points. That's a club record for Sydney University.
Here we are.
It's a lot of points.
I reckon Rupert Rosenblum would have kicked a few.
Heads up.
It's rock and balls, yes.
Crouch.
Manly, look at the defence they've been forced to do.
Pause. Engage.
Cutchin. Collie did pretty well there.
Brilliantly.
Holding there. Take a step.
So they just slow it down to their own sweet pace. Sig penalised.
You were never onside.
Not onside, not through a gate.
That's frustration. That's just not thinking and knowing you've only got 8.5 minutes left. You'll see he's on the ground already, not coming through the gate. He's offside to start with, and he's taken a player out. So
the very first time you arrived, you just went straight to feet, and then you came around, kicked it on their side.
So a little explanation on the run from Ian Smith for Dylan Sig.
Ouch.
Hold there.
It's okay, I believe. I hope.
That's dead on. He's tough as.
Might have been the skipper, actually. Yeah, it was Davo.
Yes, it was. He's tougher.
Talakai. Schwager just keeping it in nice and tight. Roberson got away from Hooper. Now they shift it. Alan Gahu takes on the line again. Support there from McCutcheon. McCutcheon driving in. Carter. Oh, Neville said, I'll have some of you.
And Eddie.
Yeah.
Stay onside. Step back.
He's taken on the defence more than usual today, Alangahu. Kingston. Around war, but no one stopped from getting at him, so there's no question of obstruction there. Talakai and the Cotty.
It's done well.
And University just sensing something coming here, so the momentum is absolutely with them. Towards the post, towards the line, Talakai. Oh, he's lost it, I think. Eddie Halele's got it. Uni trying to drive over the top of it. Oh, well,
that is... I don't know who jumped through there on the loose ball. Might have been Jeremy Tills.
Unplayable. Goal moving forward.
But in my opinion, had no right to be there.
It was almost made unplayable, wasn't it?
Sealed off, are you suggesting, John?
Yeah, I am. Because Eddie Halele did very well.
He had the ball, he'd won it.
Going to get the 2.
And they just flopped in over it.
Thank you.
Came out from under the elbow of Talakai. Eddie grabbed it, went to ground, and the rest was a bit of a shambles.
Some could even say in from the side as well. But
on their side.
They're looking good, though. They're just tightening it up here now.
Well, it's a shame Hegarty has come from the field, but he's had just an outstanding game. His defence has been first rate. His number of tackles he's made.
He's worn out, I think.
Here we go, subs made.
Every part of
Gold
it.
scrum.
73 minutes.
You can see why the Brumbies have got him on their books. He played a couple of games last year with them.
He's a goer, John.
He is. And Brumbies are going to have an exciting side next year. They'll be young. They've got some, as you say, good goers in that side, and I think they'll be quite exciting.
Crouch.
Hegarty had some injuries in 2010, didn't he?
Pause. Engage. Thank you, half.
So Uni looking to apply the screws. Alangahu, Carter, back into the defensive traffic.
Move back.
Tills.
Hands up. Far side back.
Put a tackle on him. But only 5 out now, Uni. Phil War. Driven back. Ed Gow just...
Red 7, step back.
Trying and trying. As he's done all season, every minute, every game. Knocks it on McCutcheon. Schwager. Now to Alangahu. And Foley. Foley being driven towards the line. Got it away. A dribbling pass.
Now release 8.
Schwager. Carter. Steps back towards the maul. Ruck. Schwager. Alangahu. Desperate defence from Manly. They're going to crack here, are they? Schwager. Sent back by Metasela. He's got his hands on the ball.
Hands off 8.
Oh, well, that was very close to the line.
It was actually thought he lost that.
I thought he was over the line.
If we see that again, I think you'll find he's short of the line, then loses it, then regathers.
Well, it's a uni scrum feed.
Yeah.
So he hasn't lost it.
No, but you have a look here. There he is, short of the line. And does he lose it here?
Gold scrum.
Have a look.
Well, he takes his hand off it.
His hands are off it. And now he's trying to push it forward.
Well, it's on the line. I've seen those awarded. Seen those awarded plenty of times.
Engage.
Scrum time. Uni scrum, and Manly have done well.
Let him go.
Just poke it up the short side and get themselves organised once more. Schwager, Carter, in tight spaces. And a penalty
Easy.
to Uni.
What's happened?
And just 4 minutes left.
Tough hit out for the students. And they look like getting away with this one. I can't see Manly scoring twice. In fact, Uni might finish with a bit of a trademark.
Is it 4? Yeah, there they go. Play tennis.
Oh, inevitable. Over they go. Who's got it?
That's just a classic lesson in how to construct a rolling ball, isn't it?
Easy. hard to stop. Excellent execution at the line out. Dave Dennis catches, hands it off. And not for the first time, the little angled rolling maul, 8 legs.
Roberson gets a second try.
Oh yeah, it was too.
There it is.
Good job. He's having a happy day. Look, it's not riveting stuff, but it's highly effective. It's hard to beat.
It's a style of play that's so difficult to defend against.
You can't defend it.
No.
Yeah.
And they do it so well.
Well, look, you can, but you have to be so organised. Everybody has to know their job in it. But when University have just practiced these time in, time out, they construct it so well and do it so well and execute it so well.
And they're clearly fitter than most teams. And at the 77-minute mark,
yes,
you know, the opposition they just don't have enough left in the tank.
Yeah, because they've worn you down for that 5 or 10 minutes beforehand. You get to the line out thinking you might have 5 seconds off. No.
Scotty's gone off the line too early. Alan Gahu's not even perturbed.
Missed it. Oh, no, got it.
Conversion by number 10, Daniel Halankahu, Sydney University 31.
Well, we see that again just how well constructed. Dave Dennis goes high. They've just got their blockers in place. The roll comes in. Tommy Carter, he's in there again. It's searching for that try. It's the Ropes and Tommy Carter show. But
Tommy knows it's the only way he's going to get a try is if he joins a rolling ball.
Right.
Maybe. Hooper.
Good stuff.
Just opens up a little for him, off to his brother. Cotty works a little run around there with a Halele. This is better stuff from Manly. A little too late. Seymour.
It's better.
Lovely hands.
Until it wasn't.
And to me, that is where the difference will be next week in the grand final. That's what Eastwood can do so well. They can shift it wide and execute it well, time and time again. And that will be the point of difference between these two sides.
It'll be good contrast, won't it, between styles. But Manly have had opportunities today, even early in the game, and they've dropped a few. And Willie Rippier, whilst he's got a lot of possessions, he has not had a go at the defensive line once today.
Pause. Engage.
University, to this point, the game's almost over. Have only allowed 3 points in the second half for the Marlins. Their second half defence is amazing. And Carter gives us a very anticlimactic end of the match. And University have got the job done in typical fashion. Clinical, physical, and very professional.
Well, it was typical, and I suppose it's what we expected. We expected it to be close. We expected Manly to give them a torrid time in the forwards. They did. They didn't take advantage of their opportunities. They will know that as well. They will know that they were going to be given limited opportunities today, and they had to take them, and they failed to do it. A gallant performance. Some tough boys, and they really have put their bodies on the line today. Anthony Hegarty particularly. Katoni Ali, Michael Hooper.
To win today, Manly needed a lot of things to go right, and Dane Mardikai, when he went off midway through that first half, disrupted their front row, and then Katoni Ali, so it was tough.
Look at
before they started, and it just got tougher.
It did get it tough. They needed to at least get more than their share of the ball, Manly, and they only got 39% of it, and it's just too big a mountain to climb. Penalties went University's way. Missed tackle counts were pretty good from both teams. It was tight, it was tough. Just the cohesion and the fitness and just the passion and intensity of University. Fantastic. Next week, they march on, going for 7 straight.
Well, one of the players of the match for sure was Pat McCutcheon, who was everywhere, but right now he's with Louise Ransom.
He was, wasn't he, Steve? Thanks. Pat, well, it's such an intense match from you and the side. What did you make of it?
Oh, look, it's a fierce battle going into the final series, but that's what you expect from a quality team like Manly, and I think a tough game like that is a good step leading into the final.
And what will Todd Loudon want to tighten up for next week?
Oh, look, I think he'd have to be pretty happy with that performance. We didn't have any replacements there, so it shows the fitness of the boys to go a full 80 minutes, and that's what it takes to win final series. So, hopefully we can tighten up a few of our set-piece things and our scrum, but, overall I think we should be pretty happy with that performance.
And Phil Waugh came on in the second half. What does that bring to the side?
Oh, look, his leadership is phenomenal, and, he's got a little insight sort of here and there, so, having something like that on the bench is a real asset to the team, and he helps out throughout the week, so, we're quite happy to have him there.
And Eastwood were impressive yesterday. What will be the key to beating them in the grand final?
Oh, look, if we can try and focus on ourselves and play our own game, I'm sure we'll be fine. Eastwood had quite a substantial win yesterday versus Randwick, and good on them to leading in the final. So,
well, good luck, Pat.
Oh, thanks very much.
Oh, wonderful game from him. But Roberson got a double. The University hooker, backed up by Hodge and Kingston, who scored fairly early, and Katoni Ali for Manly before he left the game injured. But 31-16, they were too good. And it'll be hard to stop next week, but Eastwood, as Pat acknowledged, very impressive yesterday in trouncing Randwick. Here's John Morrison with Michael Hooper.
Down with Michael Hooper. And Michael, it was a tough day out there, but I was wondering whether you gave too much possession back to Sydney Uni.
Yeah, I think that was our downfall in the end. Kicking away ball, grubbers and chips when we needed to build phases on them, and I don't think we adapted to that, but I mean, they're good enough to return it and really put the points back on you. So I think, we didn't adapt well.
They're always strong at the breakdown. That's no surprise to anyone, but they look particularly strong today, and Manly probably slow to get to the breakdowns.
Yeah, I mean, we were working hard. They're a fit, strong team, and they know what they're doing when it comes to going in and staying out. So, mate, we paid in the end.
And the fact that Sydney University kept you just 3 points in that second half, again, testament to their defence.
Oh, mate, they're a class team. 6 premierships is a testament to that. So, mate, we'll come back stronger next year like we did. Hopefully one better next year.
Well, you've had a very successful year yourself. Manly can be proud of their season as well, but I will ask you for a tip for next weekend.
Mate, playing Sydney Uni again, I think they're going to be tough to beat, but I mean, Woody's performance yesterday, it's going to be an awesome game, so good luck to them both.
Good luck to you as well, Michael. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Well, the first try of the match came after some 18 minutes, and Michael Hodge wheeling back towards the posts after some good work from Foley. And Bernard Foley did have a very influential first half, opened up the Manly defence, and then Kingston again on the diagonal back towards the post. So a couple of first half tries for them, and then there was this answer from Manly that gave the Marlins some hope here. That one dropped back, and Katoni Ali picked it up and forced his way over. So they were the first half tries. Here's John Morrison again.
Yeah, down with Tim Davidson. And Tim, we were just seeing some of the momentum shift in that first half, and it looked like Manly were really taking the game back to you.
Oh, exactly, John. They came back well into the match. We got off to a great start, and then to their credit, they played really well and fought back. And I think it was a pretty even game going to half time there.
The style of Sydney University's game, it's strong. You roll through them, wear them down, and then take the breaks where it comes. It seemed to be working particularly well for you today.
Yeah, exactly. We've worked hard on our fitness the last 2 weeks, and I think that paid dividend in the end there. We came over the top and we were able to hold them out, and it's something we've worked very hard on our fitness, and it's holding us in good stead going forward.
And your defence, again, outstanding, holding Manly to 3 points in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. It's a full credit. The guys work hard for each other, and we've again worked hard on that. But full credit to Manly. I think we were on the end of some pretty good shots as well. So full credit to them. They deserve to be there today, and it's sad to see them go out, but they can hold their heads up high with that performance.
And I suppose it was just what you needed a week before the grand final. They hit out like that.
Oh, fantastic! Exactly what we needed. It was tough. It was very physical, and the speed was right up there. So it was, it's perfect preparation for us.
We'll look forward to seeing you next weekend. Congratulations on your win today, Tim, and see you for a number.
Yeah, number 7, hopefully. We'll see, mate. But thanks, John. Just good on to Nelly. Thanks for dinner last night, mate. Got me through.
Not quite sure what that was about, but he must have been well fed, because he certainly put some hits on today, and they did it through the forwards in the second half, Brett.
Superb. They always are. We know what to expect. There's never too many surprises.
Sam Roberson, University hooker, ended up with a double. It's a rare day and a good day for him.
We think it was a double. He was in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. There was a near thing here. Smith looked like he could just about. He tried to give the pass inside to Hegarty, and it was knocked down. But some of the big hits that Hegarty put on, well, they were memorable. But I think the University have got through this match pretty much uninjured.
unscathed. And this is not a replay of the previous one. This is an additional try.
It's just the same bloke, though. Roberson bringing it to ground for the try. Here's John Morrison again.
Well, I'm down with Tommy Kingston, one of the few backs to get a try today. It was been stolen by the forwards, but pretty impressive all-up performance by Sidney Uni.
Yeah, definitely. The forwards are great in that second half, just controlling the tempo of the game and really keeping us sort of down that end of the field, which is great. So it makes it pretty easy out wide, but no, really well done by the forwards today.
Tommy, you're finding your feet there, you're getting some space, you're executing things well. It's nicely coming together for Sidney Uni, but would you like to see a little bit more ball in the back line?
Oh no, I think that this is the first week we've actually been able to pick the same team for Uni all year, so still those combinations are coming together and we're all feeling good out there, like the fitness, and we've been working on the speed and that type of thing in the week off, so we're feeling really good, so when the ball comes we'll be ready.
We're saying a lot of the teamwork seems really evident out there now, and that's surprising because you've used so many players, and as you say, only the second team you've been able to pick consistently in a week.
Yeah, no, I think everyone's really gelled together, and obviously a lot of the guys have been playing together for a long time, whether it be at Waratahs or at Sydney Uni, so it's good for a young guy like me to come in and be part of the fold. So
well done, Tom, and look forward to seeing you next weekend, and good luck with the match for them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done to him, and we know now that it will be Eastwood and Sydney University in the grand final for 2011 in the Shute Shield. It's going to be a cracking match. They finished first and second, Brett, and they probably deserve to be there. There's a bit of history in grand finals, these two teams, as we look back through the years.
Yeah, well, Eastwood, Sydney only won the last six. We know that. Eastwood last appeared in 2005, and they were in about 6 or 7 themselves straight before that, won 3 of them. Look, University, contrasting styles with Eastwood, and we saw it. We've seen it all year. It'll be a great grand final. Yeah, I can't pick a winner. It'll be difficult.
And Randwick not there, decimated by injuries in the back half of the season. So the last few weeks, the club as a whole sort of fell away, but the victims of just a shocking injury toll.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. And they were affected down through the grades.
Yeah. All right, here's John Morrison again, this time with Tom Carter.
Yeah, down with Tommy. Tommy, we were just going through a little bit of history of Sydney Uni and Eastwood. They've beaten you twice this year, but there's a long history in grand finals.
Yeah, look, I think they've been a tremendous club, certainly over the last decade, and they're obviously back to full strength, so it should be a very good week, and I don't know, it'll be a little bit strange. We're definitely probably going in as underdogs, but, we're just the battlers from, Inner West, so who'll probably, I think, it'll be a great contest, but I think just firstly I'd also like to thank Manly, an incredible club for 2 years now, and Tim Lane, and they're building a lot down there, and they've had another good season, and obviously they didn't make it this year, but they're certainly a team on the rise, and I think credit must go to them for the way they've played all year.
Yeah, they're very strong, and yet University's defence kept Manly so tight, so contained.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we spoke about pre-game, the belief in this side, and I think that for some of us it's probably the last time we'll ever play with each other, with Phil Ward, Tim Davidson, Hangers, what happens next year. So we spoke about getting off the deck and working for each other. We believe we're the fittest team in the comp, and I think that defence reflects attitude, and if you're willing to work for your mate and get off the deck and keep working hard and making those tackles, then it goes a long way.
We were talking about that earlier, about the fact that Sydney Uni have gone through roughly about 60 players in this season so far, getting that teamwork together, but the teamwork is evident out there.
Yeah, look, I think you've got to remember a lot of these guys have played together since 2005, so I think for some people it's probably their 4th or 5th in a row, or 6th or 7th if you're Davo and Dean Mum, so it's an incredible club, and I guess the challenge for us this week is to match Eastwood, because they've had the same 9, 10, 12, 13 all year, and they've got a lot of combinations and they're playing with confidence, but look, next week will be about defence, and that's what wins your grand finals and attitude.
Yeah, Will and Timmy Davidson's dinners, I think.
Well, mate, he's claiming that he had dinner, but I ended up shouting in whispers, they call him, because he never shouts.
Well, he might shout you next week if you help him with the toss. Tommy, good to see you. We'll catch up with you next Saturday at the grand final.
Thanks very much, guys, and have a good year. Thanks.
Yeah, good on him. Very funny. Battlers from the Inner West, Sydney University. Anyway, more about that next week. But just a week to go in the Shute Shield, but there's so much more coming up on ABC Sport with the season tip-off for the WNBL on the 8th of October. We'll have an international hockey series coming to you from Perth. Very excited about that for 4 days from the 20th of October. Then a new season of the W League from the 22nd. But do make sure you join us next Saturday afternoon at Concord for the 2011 Shute Shield Grand Final, Eastwood and Sydney Uni from 3 p.m. Look forward to your company then. Goodbye from the ABC team and TG Milner.
out there. Lost 40. Sorry, 6.